so that you can see what I'm working with. This thing is falling apart. Anyway, it's dry rotted, so we'll do the best we can with this. Hey y'all, Insane Survivalist coming to you again. This time we're doing the fan Q&A. Woo! Who knows, right? Anyway, we are in a makeshift tarp. Good thing my life is not dependent on this tarp because it sucks. It's a Harbor Freight lightweight camouflage tarp. I should have known better than to get the lightweight one, but you know, it was the only lightweight one, or the only camo one they have. So let's talk about Q&A. Thanks for all of you who sent in questions. Thanks for all of the responses and support. Got a good number of them. I'll just go down the list, so we'll see how it turns out, right? First question. Thanks, John. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Not very much. Simply because they're all right. It's one of those things. However, if I had to choose which one, the normal would be fine. I know a lot of people say, well, Bill, don't you like the Reese cup one? Not really. I prefer the normal ones. So the answer is I wouldn't do anything because I wouldn't want to do anything for them. So yeah, you can't get me on that one. What do you typically eat in the woods? Bear. No. If it's a survival weekend or just a wilderness, or if I'm going hunting, then it's whatever I get. So small game typically. If it is I'm carrying food in, a go-to that I deal with is typically jerky and ramen. Boil up the ramen, drop the jerky in there, good to go. Lately I've been doing sausages and potatoes, so that's good. Top it off with some butter. Mercy, mercy me. Have been known to eat Spam in the woods. Just put the can in the fire and let it go. Being the sausages, those are good too. My go-to, I usually always have some jerky in my bag, whether it's jerky or whether it's smoked sausages, the little charcuterie type, if you will. So there's that. What would it take to shave your beard? This question came from the same person that asked me about the Klondike bar. Guess what? Not gonna happen. I guess if it came down to it, let's get to reality for just a moment. If we get down to it, and I had to shave my beard, the only thing that would make me shave my beard would be if one of my kids or wife's life depended on it. So there's that. Are you planning female hygiene tips? So while I'm not a female, the answer to that is yes. I'm actually trying to do some research, got some other folks, females, doing the research for me on exactly what they need for things in the woods, maybe time of month, maybe just some other items, so to speak. What happens when you get cramps, what happens when you're on your period, things of that nature. Not something I typically talk about, but yes, we are working on those. Where were you born? So I stated this in the last time that question was asked, and the answer is I wasn't. I'm an alien. I'm a robot. Now here's a little known fact for you. You ready for this? Brace yourself. Outside of Tokyo, Camp Zama, Japan. There you go. I wanted to be close to my mother. I was an army brat. Favorite knife, survival or bushcraft, and what is your favorite grind? Actually, my favorite's probably between the two. And I'm sorry I keep looking off. There's like things happening because it's pouring down rain and animals going everywhere. It's kind of between the two. So typically a bushcraft knife is somewhere around the neighborhood of 4.5 inches. Survival knife you're looking at somewhere between 5 to 8. I like kind of a middle ground, not because someone says so, but somewhere about the 5-inch to 6-inch length. I think the Larry Roberts Gen 2 that I saw from LT Wright, that's a good size. I like that one. What grind? I would have to continue with the Scandi just because it's easy to strop, easy to get back on an edge to it. Overall, I think if I go with either a flat or a saber, I'd be okay. but I like the Scandi when it comes down to being able to do the small fine details. And if I'm looking at about 5 to 5.5 inch knife, then that's really going to be helpful to do small details as well as big enough to handle the big stuff. So there's that. Not really an answer, but my go-to in my bag was my Frontier knife until the tip broke. Working on that one, by the way. Anyway, I typically go with my Georgia Bushcraft knife now. So the Georgia Bushcrafter from LT Wright. Are you moving to Ohio? John, what the heck, man? No, I am not moving to Ohio. Scout's honor, promise, whatever, not moving to Ohio. That's the answer. What's with the map you posted the other day? Because I'm actually going to Rabbit Stick. So in Idaho, going to Rabbit Stick to attend the Primitive Skills Gathering. Looking very much forward to it. A lot of folks are out there that I want to meet. And here, Tail, there's some folks that actually want to meet me. So there's that. But that's what's with the map. Is Two Tip Tuesday continuing? Yes, it is. I've got some expansion things in the works. I'm taking the month of September off. Mark it down. The month of September, you will have no Two Tip Tuesdays. I am sorry, not going to happen. I'm hoping to have some things to post up in the meantime, but I will not be doing a weekly series at that time. So there's that. And a lot of that has to do with I'll be traveling for most of the month and won't have time. If there was no YouTube, would you still do what you do? Yes, actually I would. The reason being is because, you know, it's taken a long, hard road for me to think about it and really process it in my brain. That although I post the videos and I get frustrated as crap with the monetization, especially one that just happened yesterday. I posted a minute video on a notebook and they demonetized it. I don't know why. I didn't say anything in it. I had 3 people look at it and they're like, no clue. So it's not just me seeing it. But I like doing the wilderness stuff. I like doing the skills. I like increasing what I do. Gonna have a school, and you know, that's the plan. The plan's a school in the long run, to get some qualified teachers focusing on both primitive and bushcraft as well as typical survival scenarios. A lot of things in the future. I'll let you know as they come to, you know, okay, now things can be purchased if you're interested. Sneak peek at the future. I think I just did that. More insight to the journey itself. So some of you had asked about the post on the journey. Yeah, so a lot of it's still coming into play, so I can't release a lot of the information. Some of it's included in the future stuff that we just talked about. I'm actually going back to school. I won't be doing that until probably May, so I'll start summer of wherever I go. Looking at some big colleges, university type colleges. That's not right? It's big universities. How about that? To study on some main focus stuff, especially getting into things like environmental sciences, more specifically in soil erosion conservation, wilderness studies, and things of that nature. So that's what the goal is. In the meantime, I'll be studying for like my materia medica, some other medical studies and things of that nature, as well as naturalist studies. So there's that. There's where we're at. The reason being is because I think that's going to help in the future, especially to teach y'all, especially when we get into like Two Tip Tuesdays, other videos and things of that nature. So I'm not just doing it for me, although yeah, I am doing it just for me, but I'm doing it to actually increase knowledge to other people and start spreading that information out beyond my brain. It's a dark place. You don't want to go there. Favorite place to camp as far as settings go. Favorite place to camp is the mountains. Period. Flat. Hands down. I've been to the beach. I've been to the swamps. I've been to the backyards. I've been to other places. Mountains are by far my favorite. And I'm kind of a fan of the cold weather, even snow camping in the mountains. There's that. Favorite YouTube channel? I don't have one. Mine, actually, there's several that I like. I like Corporal's Corner. I like Cold Cracker Bushcraft. I really do like Dave Canterbury and the Pathfinder School and all the affiliates he's got, Self-Reliance Outfitters, or whichever one you want to look at. Big fan of Survival Sherpa, and there's a list. I mean, there's a list that I go to constantly and watch and enjoy, but I don't have a favorite. In other words, when it hits, oh my gosh, I gotta go watch it now. Was for a while, but he quit posting, so I ran out of videos. There's that. Favorite person, and I wrote these. Favorite celebrity you'd like to meet from a bushcraft or survival standpoint? Well, it's not Dave Canterbury anymore. I've already met him. So I guess if I had to guess, Matt Graham maybe. I think I'd like to meet him. I'm not starstruck about anybody. That's the thing. I mean, it's just everybody's a human. They just do things a little differently. I think Matt Graham would probably be one of the ones. David Holliday, Paul Kirtley from the UK, Ray Mears, of course, Morris Kuchansky, Morris Kuchansky. You know, it's the typical people, but as far as oh my gosh, before I die, I want to meet. If I had to put them all in one group, I think, yeah, I think Matt Graham would be it. Last but not least, what's your day job? That's a great question. As of today, I'm not real sure. No, I wasn't fired, but it's one of those where it's been a long day. My day job is I work for a communications company, sending out emergency notifications to people dealing with their IT systems and focus on the federal government. There's nothing else to say. That's it. So that's the last question, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Maybe we'll do this again in about another 6 months, or maybe we'll wait for another year. And as always, I'm available on Messenger, Instagram, all the typical social media. You're welcome to drop me a question there. I've been saving these and not answering them individually because of this Q&A. But hey guys, thanks for everything you do. I really appreciate it. This has actually been fun just to sit here and talk or ramble, if you will. So until then, use your instincts to survive. Hey, keep watching InstinctSurvivalist.com for more updates in the journey. Until then, use your instincts to survive, and thanks for watching.